Hi, it's July 28th, 2014, and I am still alive. Still alive. Man, it feels like it's been forever since I've given anybody an update like this, so I'm not even sure where to pick up, because I don't recall where I left off. But it feels like there's just so much to talk about right now, so maybe I'll start with the recent stuff and work my way back in time. And the big news for me right now is I'm in the middle of moving. I've got a super sweet new apartment lined up. It's actually not very far from where I'm living now. So still Western Tokyo, right in the thick of all the action. A really cool neighborhood. If my assumption is correct, many of you will get to see it firsthand come October. If you're in the know, you know what I'm talking about. So I hope that's the case. But we will see. We will see. I hope you come. But the new place is really nice. Now I'm in an older building. Rent is cheap, but it's actually quite spacious and clean. But it is located on the first floor, and there's really no sunlight. I'm totally surrounded by other buildings, so that's a bit of a bummer. Thankfully, I work so flippin' much. I don't have any time to actually hang at home when the sun is out, so it does make a big difference, or at least it didn't until another piece of news. As of Saturday, I no longer work at my weekend job, so I'm a free man, no longer working 7 days a week. I decided to stop doing that after a 4-year run because I'd like to have time to enjoy myself. And so far, so good. It was a great decision. So that's cool. New apartment is really sweet. I'll spend the next few weeks moving crap out of here and into the new one. The new one is really cool. It's only 5 years old, so it's very, very new, very clean. Second story unit on the corner, so a lot of windows and sunlight. And it's right in the thick of one of my favorite neighborhoods. Even though it is only a 15-minute, 20-minute walk from where I'm living now, it makes a big difference. There's a super big road that cuts right through the middle of that gap and effectively severs that neighborhood from my current neighborhood. And in between, there's really no action. So it will be a big difference. I'm looking forward to it. And actually, moving won't be so rough. I don't have a lot of stuff. The stuff I do have is all pretty rectangular. A lot of books in boxes, clothes tossed in a bag will be fine. Got to throw away a few things, a little bit of furniture. Ditching furniture in this country is a pain. No big dumpsters around here to just lop it in and forget about it. You have to pay to get the garbage remover dudes or women, non-dudes, to come and get it, and it's not cheap, especially if you got big stuff or like appliances, and I got a bunch of that crap that I don't need anymore, so we'll see how that plays out, but whatever. Cost of doing business, that's fine. Other than moving and no longer doing the weekend job, a couple weekends ago I went to Hokkaido, the northernmost island, and did a lot of cool nature things. One of the coolest was, well, we'll get to that. So I flew up on a Friday night to meet up with a friend of mine who's been teaching English up there for a couple of years. We met at University of Minnesota in the Japanese program there, and she's really cool. She's come down to visit in Tokyo a couple times. That's always been really fun. But she's moving to Italy to do some art school stuff, which is awesome. I hope we get the chance to visit her there. But I wanted to visit her in Hokkaido before she did move. That was a big check on the box for me. Japan has the, 4 main islands plus Okinawa as well. So I live on Honshu, the main island. That's how that translates. Okinawa is a little speck way down to the south. Honshu is kind of shaped like a sock. And at the toe of the sock, there's Kyushu. Under the arch of the foot of the sock is Shikoku. That's where my dad's wife Kazuko is from. That's a cool place. Been there a few times. Only been to Kyushu once. I was passing through at an airport so got to go back. But had previously never been to Hokkaido, which is at the top of the sock, right? Big place. Very similar in Alaska in many ways, or in many ways rather. But went there for the first time. Flew up on Friday to meet my friend. Cars are absolutely vital up there, so she's got a car that's great. She was gonna swing down to meet me near the airport Saturday morning, so I had Friday night to myself to go do whatever, and got into a lot of trouble. That was nice. Linked up with her, and we road tripped to her friend's place, who's living off to the east side of this massive island. On the way, we stopped at an Ainu village. Ainu are like Hokkaido Eskimos, sort of. And in this village, there is one of 2 lakes in the world where they have these. They're called, in Japanese, marimo. But it's basically a seaweed ball. It's not tethered to the floor or anything, but there's this massive lake. Just these things grow to be as big as basketballs, man. It's wild. And they're super cool. So I bought some and couldn't be more excited. I also bought a lot of cool things, like this is wrapped, so you can't really see it. Canned deer meat. I bought canned bear meat, canned seal meat. Those are my gifts I gave to all my coworkers. Super fun. A lot of cool pictures of nature going on there. That was awesome. I hope I can go back sometime. Also, just this most recent weekend, my last day of working the weekend gig was Saturday. On Sunday, met a lot of local neighborhood friends who were all really cool, nice people, and they took me to a local shrine where they're having an annual festival where you do a special dance. It's the Obon dance, Bon Odori. And I danced on stage like an idiot in front of a bunch of people at a festival for probably like an hour. And it was awesome. Got pictures that will probably make their way onto Facebook at some point, so you can check them out and laugh then, but that was cool. Capped off this festival with going back to the bar where all these guys like to hang out, one of my favorite places in this part of Japan. And at like 3 in the morning, a nice Japanese summer tradition, we took a watermelon into the street, blindfolded people, and smashed it with a wooden sword. And that's how you do summer in Japan. That was great. Going further back, man, what else has happened since I last updated anybody? Oh, man. You know, nothing's coming to mind. I feel like I've done some more little travel, domestic travel or something. But perhaps the best way to refresh my memory will be have a peek at my pictures. A couple weekends ago, or no, last week, there was the Industrial League baseball tournament. It takes place at the Tokyo Dome where the Tokyo Giants play. Free admission, industrial teams, so like Honda, Toshiba, all these companies, they have their own teams. And every year they have an annual tournament where they all battle each other. And a good buddy of mine, his family is from the town where they have one of the Honda factories. So we went and supported Honda. Done it for a few years now. And they're cool, man. They always have a pretty decent team, so they always make the tournament through their regional qualifiers. But it's a knockout tournament, so usually they tend to fall away pretty quickly. This year they won their first game, so they got to play another one, and I was able to see them both. They lost the second one. It was a thriller, but it was good. Super rad. Glad I was able to make that. Silly pictures from that to come too. Let's see. Before Hokkaido, what was I doing with my life? Oh man, looking for an apartment for a long time. But perhaps not much. Living life to the fullest. Yeah, nothing on the record, so who knows? Perhaps I was doing nothing. It certainly feels that way. But it's all on the up and up from here. Job situation is changing. New neighborhood, new apartment, that's all good. Got my little Marimo now. That's not going to hurt. I'll keep you posted, I guess, when I move into the new place and get it all situated. I'll take some video or something to show you around. And this is like the last chance, if I've yet to do a video of what my current flat looks like before I dismantle it, give me a reminder and I can quick take a peek around the camera if anybody's interested in seeing that. If not, not a big deal. That said, for now, thanks for watching. Hope it was insightful, and hopefully It's not so long before I update everybody again. Cheers. Later.